Good morning, Angela here with Dogwood Paper Arts, and welcome back to my channel. So we last left off on remaking the book for our journal that didn't fit into the first book I made. So I thought I would just show you how I'm going to go through the process of making an album cover. And we left off on this. Now I had a different paper on the front, but I realized that it did not work out with the colors, did not work out with this. Now this works a little better with all the flowers and the pinks and reds and the yellows and the greens, so I went ahead and recovered the front with that, but I left the back paper with this because I think this goes okay. It's the roses. I put these in, they're a little crooked, but that'll be okay. So I have installed a knob here, and you can see it just screws through. You do need to hang on to it and take a screwdriver to it and really screw it in there nice and tight. And I also put some Fabri-Tac on this, but I have to say that I should have used E6000. It glues metal to metal better, and all I wanted to do was get this adhered well to the screw that's under it. So I'll try and remember better next time. So I followed my instructions by creating my closures. Then I took a piece of muslin and I put it in here to help reinforce the spine. And you can see that I've gone ahead and punched my holes through. Now the first time we did a floating spine, but this time I'm doing just a regular spine with the outer edge. And then I will probably cover this with lace. Let's see here. I'll show you what I have picked out. Strings and all. I was thinking I would run this down the center and abut this against it, so it comes over the cover like that. And then I have this beautiful stretchy lace, and I don't want to stretch it on there, but I want to lay it down and just adhere it so that these little ruffles still are a significant part of the texture and stuff. So it'll go down like that. I'm not really interested in over decorating the album. I could not find my seam binding to dye, but I do have this, which really quite matches that lace color. So I'm going to use this on my as my closure. It'll come around and tie around this, and then you'll be able to just kind of slip it off. But I cannot apply this until after we install the book. So there's that. I'm going to move you out just slightly. I hope that's okay. And the next thing, we want to put this closure in, this before we Dale's on the phone call. It must be about our cat. Our cat has been very sick, poor baby. She's an old girl. She's 14 now. And she's had a terrible infection, poor girl. Urinary tract infection. So She's been on 12 weeks of medication because it's antibiotic resistant. Now, I could put this through. I'm hoping to kind of hide the ribbon there and secure it down a little more. So all I'm doing right now is measuring this to see about where we want to tie this. Okay. Kind of complicated there, isn't it? I'm just putting this in there so that I can get an idea of how fat it's going to be. I know it's going to be a little fatter than that. I think that's going to be enough. Scissors. Okay. Now, I'm going to need to pull this through just slightly to even these up. And then I want to pull this up here, and I want to flatten these out as much as possible. Let's see how that is going to feel on. That's going to be the center. Where did I put it? Oh, no. Oh, back here. Oh, I think I changed my mind. That's going to be the center. I'm debating. I think I will probably try and glue it down so that the ribbon is enclosed in there. I think I changed it to that as the color. I don't know, we'll see when we get there. Okay. I better go and see what the vet has to say about the kitty. So if you'll excuse me a moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. The infection in the kitty seems to be gone. However, because it was so bad and so antibiotic resistant, we're going to keep her on meds another couple weeks. And then we'll see how she does with the recheck in 2 months. So that's better news. That is good. Okay, now let's decide which color we want down here in the middle. Oh, I think I had to change because the pink was not the right length. Right. I would love to put that one down there since it's on the front cover, but it's still not the right length. So that's out. Okay, so I'm going to glue this onto here. And I've put a 1-inch mark here on each side to kind of gauge where I want to put this. And I want to try as best as I can to even it up between there and here. And looks like that's pretty close. Now it goes down in this dip here, so it's not going to hit that 1 inch exactly because I'm going to start by gluing it down here. Now, I've already punched my holes through, so I would know where to punch them back through. So that is taken care of. However, if need be, I still have my cheat sheet here. And it is all evenly spaced in there. So, anyway, have that. And I think I will use the Fabri-Tac because we have the fabric here. And I like the way that it does not warp the paper. And let's see. Let's go across here, down. Right about there. Whew. Sometimes this Fabri-Tac's acetone is really strong. Sorry about the noise, but I'm using the fabric to kind of break the glue strands off. Okay, so basically I'm starting from the center. Oh dear, where to put it? Oh, right here, right beside it. Look at that. So, kind of lining it up top to bottom and somewhere within my marks. The nice thing about the Fabri-Tac too is it's still a little bit malleable. So I'm just starting with the center really. Oh! See, I got it a little crooked, so I'm trying to maneuver it. That's better. And you want to get off any of this extra glue that pops out. This is my beautiful bone folder, and I love the way that it works. I'm just sort of helping it to get that crease there. And I had put glue there, so I am basically making sure it's glued down there. Okay. Now, we are ready to do some more. Once again, I'm just using the fabric to kind of break those glue strands a little bit. Now this is going to be under this next paper, so it's going to be okay with little bits of glue there. And if it comes up along the edge there, then I will just use art glitter glue to get under the edge and apply some more glue in there. Okay. Shake, shake, shake the glue down. And put a little bit of glue down in there where it looks like I missed it. Okay, so I'm starting in the center here, and then I'm kind of working this, keeping my finger in that gully there, right here, so that it doesn't come up. I really want it to have a good, solid connection on the spine. Oh yeah, look how nice it looks. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Let's see. I don't really want glue sticking up there. Okay, now I think I might just darken my edges up a little bit. Oh dear, where's my glue? Not glue, ink go. I see that Tim Holtz now has a distressing ink that is a StazOn. I think that's a cool idea. I'm going to have to get some. That way it won't spread when you are gluing, like when I do a mini album. So I'm just distressing it up a little bit. I think that would look better since it's kind of a distressed album anyway. I should have tea-dyed my ribbon. Didn't think about that. I can always distress it up here with some, I'll get this, I have the StazOn ink there that I can distress it with. What?
Is the dog eating?
No. Haven't fed her lunch. So, sorry about that. Hubby was asking if I had fed the dog her lunch yet. I haven't. She eats early in the morning when I get up, and then she eats again at 10:30. We don't feed her much at a time. She's a lab, so she's hungry all the time. But anyway, she likes her 10:30. Yum, she says. Okay. I think I will glue this side first because I want to really make sure that stays down. And so I am going to get a clip to clip it down. Okay, and I think, well, since I'm going to do, I'll put this around the fabric, of course. This is just to keep my ribbon down. And I really kind of want to get it as flat as possible. There we go. And then I will put Fabri-Tac around that part of it too. Oh, almost stuck my finger. Did you see that? Be careful about opening your glues. They're a dangerous sort of thing. You know, it's supposed to go that way, but I think I almost like it better that way. That seems more up to me. But I guess it doesn't matter. The pattern goes both ways. We'll put it on the way Tim Holtz intended. How's that? Now, I don't use the tape on my books anymore. I suppose if I was making mini albums, I might, or I should say, I don't use it to go right around the edges anymore. It's just added expense for one. But I found that the tapes don't stay adhered for enough time. So I've gone to using this art glitter glue. It's photo safe. And a lot of glues are photo safe. Some are not. Always check. Is my recommendation. Okay, big glue string there. Okay, now I know I want this piece right along there, and I do not want it to come up. I know that. Okay, got quiet on you. Sorry about that. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, I am going to put this right on that edge because I want it to stay down. I don't want to have to re-glue it. Okay. Now, let's go to the other side. Now remember, you got a bump over here if you've used one of these little knobs. This is a Tim Holtz. Okay. And I will put Fabri-Tac over that. I don't know if the E6000 adheres to paper, so make glue dots. Make your own glue dots. I didn't know that. Huh. Scrapbooks. Acid free means that work on the photos. I'm just going to wipe it off. I know it'll be dry by the time I get there with the paper. Okay. So Tim Holtz, you say it goes that way? So we're going to go that way. Okay, once again I'm going to use the art glitter glue, but I am going to put the E6000 over that bolt. Over that screw that's holding that knob in. Excuse me, my nose is a little bit runny today. I think maybe that the acetone in that glue gets my nose a little runny. Although I do seem to have allergies this year, darn it. But I'm not going to talk about that. Because I want it to go away. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Once again, a little bit of, not as much as I put on it the first time. Doesn't need that much. But that will, you know, should help hold it into the book good. So I'm once again going to start clear over on my edge over here. And just check my top to bottom. And then gently bring it down. Okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You're just kind of smoothing your glue out here. You don't have to do it so hard that it squishes all the glue out. You just kind of want it to move around under there a little bit. If doing this makes your paper shiny, then take another piece of paper and put it over the top and then do it. The shine will go on this paper and not this one. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. I'm going to leave that in until I get my holes poked back through. And I need my pokey thing. Pokey tool is an awl, in case you're all wondering. And all I'm going to do is poke this through these holes. And I did have to make these line up with my original book. Excuse me. Lost my voice there. I'm not used to talking so much. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Sweet, sweet, sweet. Now I could use my bigger awl, and I may, after I get these poked in. Oh, this might work if I just kind of round them a little bit more. Flip this over this way. That way I'm not poking into my table down there. And not that it would hurt my table. That table's been through a lot of artwork. It's been moved and all kinds of things. Just need to put a little more distressing ink there. There. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. How sweet it is. Okay. Now, the books. There's two kind of pink. So I think we'll put this one in first, then this one, then that one. Strings. Oh yes, we love our strings. I think this one is pretty much done. So the thing we want to be sure that we do, I left my strings in place because I didn't want to pull them all out and then have the book go wonky. This is going to be the front signature, and I don't think it matters whether you put front or back in first, but we'll start at the back. Find my middle page. And let's see. I need some goodies to do this. I think we'll use that. And the needles. That's a big eye needle. That one's a little smaller. Let's see if we can go with a little bit smaller. Okay, hang on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, had a slight interruption. So, okay. I usually do this 3 times. Giant scissor. And I do have things hanging out of my book here, obviously. It's because I have things to sew into it. And I will do that off camera and come back to you with a finished book. Because I need to finish this book. You know, there's just some books you work on, and for some reason everything goes haywire. And that's the way this one has been for me. It's been like, I think it's because my my mind is on another project. So I'm going to have to move on from it. And I either have to finish it and move on, or move on and come back to it temporarily. One of the two. Haven't decided yet. That's my computer making noise. Okay. Center page. Going to have to move those things out of there, aren't I? Because if I don't, we will end up putting them in the book. Okay, now I'm going to pull my strings out of those holes. Now, hopefully they are still matched up. Yay! They are. Okay, this is how I do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. You'll have to forgive me if I mess it up. I don't mean to. Let's see. Do it this way. And then through here, I'll have to move it around a little bit. Oops. Oh, Ange, what are you doing there, young lady? Look at that, I'm trying to pull that through. So let's take care of this first. Let's find a little Tim Holtz clippy thingy. Right here. Okay, there we go. I think that's probably okay now. Let's get rid of that. What the heck are you doing here, book? It goes through that way. Okay. Just had to show who was boss, I guess. Don't know. It showed me. It was boss. Okay, now we're going to come back up through. Is it here? Yes. Come back up through here. Try not to go through your thread. And then, oops, that came off. Then we go here, here, there, there, and tie it. And just start over. Gosh, I can't remember. Isn't that terrible? I'm probably going to wish that I had And we're going to come through here. Kind of tightening as I go. And it is getting nice and tight underneath. You can see I have a loosey-goosey over here. Oh no, that was my center thread too. Oh dear. There it is. That's the one. Okay. So I am trying to keep them as tight as I can. I'm going to go back through this next one here. Here. I know you're thinking, how's she going to tie that off? It's not going to work. Excuse me. Okay. Ouch. If I'm bleeding, I'll have to get a Band-Aid. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Now, we are going to come back up to this string and we're going to go around it. Excuse me, I'm going to have to take a drink of water. Excuse me very much. I'm not used to talking so much. Okay. I'm going to wrap that one there. And I'm going to wrap this one over here. So they're on opposite sides. Take that needle off of there. Now double check to be sure it's tight. If it's not tight, you're going to have to make it tighter, because you don't want your book to come out. And then check these in here. And then I never get these square knot things figured out. Okay, and I'm going to clip that right here. I might put some dangles on it, or I may just leave them in the book as is. Signature number 1 is in. Oh, look at that. That's going to look nice. Fantastic. Okay, I want to put the yellow one in the center here. So let's take all of its goodies out. I just had all the pages marked where I needed to put additional items. I'll take that out. Let's see. Oh, that has to come out. Let's take that out just to give us lots of workspace here. Oh, take that out. That. And center page. Okay. Now, before we pull all those threads, let's thread this one up. they put these over here. Okay, get those out of the way. There we go. Now I'm going to take this and I am going to clamp it. Just like that. Keep it out of my way. Okay. I'm going to give myself a little extra string this time. Because of the 5-hole pamphlet stitch, it took up a little more. So I'm going to do a 3.5 length width. Okay. Oops. And so she put the thread through the eye of the needle. And there it went. You just got to sing to it. See? Okay. Now we are ready to remove the old strings. Like I said, I left them in to hold those holes together and to keep the book together. I guess they're all out of that one. And feels like it's all even. There's the hole. And there's the back hole. And let's see. Come through this one. And oops. Sometimes it's just complicated. That's all there is to it. Am I on camera or off? I must have been off and you must have been telling me. Let's just take this and tie it on there temporarily. Okay, there. Okay, secure. You know, it's really not that hard to do. It's a fairly easy process. It's just wrestling with some of the, you know, we want to try and miss that other string here, and since it's going that way, I want to try and come up this other side of it, but easier said than done. Yes, I did it. The reason is if you go through this, well, I did go through a little bit. If you go through the string completely, it's going to make it extremely hard to tie tight. It's going to prevent you from doing the things you want your book to do. My fingers are kind of slippery, and the book's kind of slippery. Oh, there, it was all tied up. Oh my goodness. Okay, now this one. Let's do it this way. It's getting tighter, so it wants to go at an angle as opposed to where I want it to go, which is not at an angle. Alright, where'd you go? Maybe there somewhere. Okay, it will go through then. It is right. It just wants to go straight up through. And of course my book is getting tighter in there. Tore that a little bit. Fix that right up. Okay. Now we gotta go back through that. And there it is. Okay. Let's take our needle off of there. Now see, we didn't really need that much extra, did we? It's a whole book length. Let's untie that. Okay, we'll untie it later. Let's save time. Let's run this around here. Oh, I shouldn't have taken my needle off yet because I got to run it under there and it's tight. I don't remember my needle song, so it's just going to have to go through on its own. Okay, that's over there, so this is going to go under it. That one will tighten up as I tighten it in here. And let's see. Oops. Oh. Oh no. that way and that way. That piece of string I can save, might need it for something else. Okay. Just going to darken those up a little bit where the holes are poked through. Keep it as vintage as possible here. There. Not bad. Nice. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Okay, we have one more. Okay. Well, I think I will go ahead and sew this in, and then I will come back to you after I get it in. And then we will finish the binding on the outside. Or, sorry, the ribbon. No, not ribbon either. Lace. It's a crocheted lace I want to put on here. So I will come back to you in just a little bit, and this will be done. You've already seen me sew in 2 of the signatures and seen me build the book. And then I will finish, I'll be back and we'll finish the rest of the book together, not the inside of the book, but we will finish the outside together. And then I'm going to start a new project. So I hope you'll tag along with me. Maybe we'll have tag along Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know. I've got all kinds of ideas. I'm going to have to go with the flow and not tie myself up in knots over doing a book a certain way. I think that's what happened to me, was I kind of tied myself up in knots on it. And I lost my way with it. So I have to do a book in kind of the theme that I need to do it in, instead of trying to pick a special theme. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back and we'll go back over this. Ta-ta for now. Bye.